As I mentioned earlier, there are three purposes of government: order, freedom, and equality. So we're going to look at three political ideologies that deal with these, and this is kind of universal, so it's not just for America. So the first ideology, it's not a political party in the United States, it's an idea about politics, is called liberal. This is a rank. So liberals put equality as number one, like the most important thing. Freedom is number two, order is number three. It's not that a liberal wouldn't think that order is not important. It's just equality is number one. Because of that, you usually have a more active government to try to ensure equality. With the liberal ideology signifies an openness to change and respect to individual liberties within a society as long as equality is being achieved. And it's the government role to help the condition of others through government involvement. In the United States, the party that more closely aligns with that would be the Democratic Party. But within the Democratic Party, there are different types of Democrats that disagree or agree on the scope of how far to go with equality. Then next one, again, is also a rank. So we have the conservative ideology. You can see the difference is these two are flip-flopped. So for conservative ideology, order is number one. Okay, we have to maintain that order to keep people safe and protected. And then equality is number three, where freedom stays number two. So the conservative is when order is disrupted, it's usually because of change. So more likely to oppose certain changes and have solutions via like traditional ways, like the way things have been done. Because as soon as you have a change, that's where you can get disruption in the order. So tend to have a view of more limited or smaller government, whereby the essentials of government, like the military, should be created. Because you think the purpose of military is to create order. The military is very orderly. Again, it matches more like with the Republican Party in the United States, but within the Republican Party, there are disagreements of what kind of order. So you might have your more business conservatives versus your more religious conservatives. And then the last one is a libertarian ideology. The libertarians put freedom as number one. And then way below that, and this order doesn't matter, it's equality and order, or order and equality. It doesn't really matter which one you say first. So libertarians tend to believe in a small government whose role is, of course, to provide defense in disputes between individuals. And they probably don't want government regulations in many different areas because freedom is number one. Conservatives tend to agree with their economic platform of like government stay out, where liberals may agree on their social platform of government stay out. So let's think of an example of like, it's kind of a dead example in the United States because of laws that have passed, but like we used to be a debate about gay marriage. Well, you have the liberal ideology, it's going to say equality, okay, right to marry. You have the conservative ideology back when this was a big issue saying, wait, homosexual couples haven't had the right to marry. We can't disrupt order and allow that. And then you have the Libertarian Party that's going to say, hey, government stay out. If people want to, let them, not our business. So government stay out. So there's one example. You can see, and this is in your notes, of where libertarians agree with liberal ideologies, where they agree with conservative ideologies, but then on the outside is where they would disagree. So the outside in the black, red, and then the blue in the black, those are where libertarians disagree. So take a look if you're wondering what that might mean. And then in the United States, we have two political parties that reflect some of those ideologies. You're going to be looking at the political parties, their platforms, what they believe. The goal of the political parties is to appeal to the masses, to win elections. So to talk about issues that people care about and will vote about. So you're going to get the Minnesota Republican Party platform and the Minnesota Democratic Party platform to look at and see where they stand on different issues and try